All right, I think we're live, guys. Hopefully it works. Are we live? We're live. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Hi. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we all fit in frame. I've never done a live with this many people in frame, so it's a real tricky composition problem. But we're good at figuring out how to make objects occupy space. So. Wow, there's already like 600 people or something. So that's nice. So hi everybody. I'm Madeon. And I'm here with the Architects video team for the Good Faith Live and Good Faith Forever show. So we got Shen.
Hello.
We got Molly.
Hi.
We got Mike.
Hi.
We got Ocean.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in. We're just gonna answer some questions, talk a little bit about the show, tease a little bit about the upcoming update, and hang out for like 15 minutes, and then we're gonna get back to work because we're actually in the middle of video camp right now. The video camp is when we gather together in the same house and then make the visuals of the show happen. You know, it's a beautiful time. It's the 4th time we're doing an update to the show, so we're used to it now. So okay, let's also make sure that everybody gets their Instagram handle out while we're there, so that everybody can go follow. So Shin.
Oh, at ShinOSM.
At ShinOSM. Molly.mov.
Yeah, with the IE. Molly.mov.
MKAV.
The Ocean World.
My Ocean World is just like, you know Ocean World. So.
Like your little peace symbol there.
Yeah, so okay, so I haven't been reading the chat. Let's see if you have questions about the show, the upcoming Good Faith Forever tour, the visuals, anything like that, where we'd be happy to answer. And if you haven't seen the show yet, I'm touring the US in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. It's like coming up.
Oh, wow, it's really cool.
I don't know if I know yet.
With our heads.
Oh, with our heads?
I don't know how to do that.
How does that work? What inspires us for visuals? What kind of media? Huh? I don't understand the structure of this question, but I guess it's a question about inspiration.
We do a lot of research into lots of sort of banks of information and like libraries that are not sort of the ones that I think that you would like find most easily from a search. Yeah, so we like really dig deep.
Yeah, like really old historical, biological books, things like that. We try to be very careful about what we reference and try to avoid as much as we can referencing other show that exist out there and instead reference I don't know, like movies from my childhood or like nature or paintings or things that you wouldn't necessarily think of referencing in the context of a show visuals. Yeah.
I think a lot of things from like architecture and like a lot of high art stuff too.
Sure facts.
Yeah.
Somebody asked how much sleep we get right now in camp. Enough.
Yeah,
Enough is the perfect.
Yeah.
More than we used to get.
Yeah, it used to be hard because
some of the other camps we definitely had some crazy,
like long hours and stuff.
super crazy hours.
They sleep better than me.
Yeah, we start. So the schedule right now is that I get up at around 8 a.m. and from 8 till 12 I work on finishing the audio of the show, doing little tweaks to the audio. Then at noon everybody arrives and then we work on video from noon to midnight. And then we go to bed, and we do that every day, and we don't have weekends. So, what is each of you's like favorite edition that you've done on the show? Like, what's the one clip that you made that you're proudest of?
Prince.
The Prince, like the Prince throne sequence.
The throne sequence, and also like the cloth.
Oh yeah, the cloth thing.
The clones.
I
feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, those turned out great. I think I'm proudest of the hyper disc in the Prince as well, you know, when it does like that thing.
That's a good look, yeah.
So that was that, and then the OG clone clip, the like snapback version of the clip that I made, and then you remade it with the costume version that was like way better. But I like the original version. Reminds me of the day when we got excited about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like impossible to say anything other than the Nirvana flower. Like,
Yeah.
True.
So that the Nirvana flower was probably my favorite thing today.
Definitely Imperium Army. that took for goddamn ever. So, but super proud of it. And then probably like I thought the rips in Be Fine were like really cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I saw it like before, like we didn't even really have to fuck around with it. Like we were listening to the song and I was just like, it'd just be cool if like the screen ripped and then just went and did it. It was like one of the only times that like had a thought, went and did it, and it worked for the first time.
It's like one of my favorite memories of you and I is Pain of Mine, when we're just like we found the looks and then within 15 minutes like Ocean just made those graphics and then we color it, edited it, and the whole song was done in one morning.
Yeah,
it's one of the best moments of the show. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, that was Ocean, what's your favorite?
It's Mania.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like, I remember
he was like, me too.
Yeah. But I remember the first time you showed me the diskette clip. Do you remember like that morning I sent you the PNG of the diskette character?
Yeah.
And then like when we had the idea of combining this particle explosion with the diskette thing, like I was that.
You did Mania after
I
that
did
white
that clip,
rectangle
though.
for so long. It was your first color.
Oh, you
and the whole
you did the
cover
particles.
movie.
Yeah, the particles. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Damn. That was like because originally we just had the particles without the character, and yeah. What about the No Fear No More Sun? That's a cute one too. Yeah. It's cool.
That was at rehearsals. We just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was no visuals and we added that very late. That's true. Who made Borealis? That was kind of collective.
Yeah, that was like all of us.
That was all of us. Yeah, because I did the color grading of Borealis. I did the color map, like this kind of minty color. You designed the Queen.
The Queen, yeah.
Like the Molly did all the particles effect. You did the kind of graphics section.
And all the like feedback.
Oh, and all all of that
Yeah,
processing
lighting.
thing. Yeah.
My favorite collaborative moment was for Euron.
Oh yeah.
Because that all kind of came together during rehearsals.
Facts. We were just like right beside each other, just like riffing off of it and stuff. Just
Yo, I have to like clarify because we know the show by heart, but maybe there's some people watching that haven't seen
I was
actually Good
thinking
Faith
that,
Live
yeah.
that have no idea what we're talking about. We're just nerding out, but yeah, I mean, Good Faith Live is a very like visual heavy show, you know, and so we spend a lot of energy in making the video content as good as it can. So yeah, maybe like go check out some footage on YouTube if you want to check it out, because Good Faith Live, Good Faith Forever specifically is probably the show that I mean the creative thing that I put out that I'm happiest with. So yeah, and hopefully you go see the show as well, and have a good time. Okay, let's see. Ask if you're gonna play Pain of Mine and Nonsense. Definitely playing Pain of Mine on the next tour. Not Nonsense though. It's still not a part of the. Although hey, it's not too late. Maybe I can add it in. Good Faith Life is epic. Thank you. I love Good Faith Forever. Thank you. Will you post spoilers of the show update? I'm gonna kind of spoil it a little bit. This is some intel. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna. This update of the show is not like it's not as many new minutes of content as the last update, but the nature of what we're doing requires a lot more work. So if everything works well, it's gonna be pretty memorable. And let's just say that it requires me practicing some like physical skills in conquering certain fears, let's say. It's kind of crazy. Like what we're doing is
Pretty insane.
it's pretty insane. So you'll see the show, and I'm like, I wish I could tell you the idea because I think it's unreal, but we'll see. And it's gonna be the moment we're working on it, we're talking about here is to a brand new song. It's not Love You Back. It's like a brand new song you've never heard before that's gonna be debuted at the show. So I'm excited for that because it's like a brand new visual concept and a brand new song that nobody has heard, and I can't wait for you to hear and see it, and hopefully you'll have fun with it. Will we stream live stream one of the concerts? I think Coachella is definitely gonna be streamed. So I guess that's gonna be the next like stream. What about Love You Back? Didn't you finish the song yet? Who's to say? Will you tour on the West Coast again? I mean, right now the only West Coast show is Coachella, but I think I would love to return to California. But hey, we'll see. Like, stay tuned for announcements. We're working on stuff. Are there any secrets or symbols that we should look out for? Oh my god, this next update, yeah. I think the way like we're approaching this update is all will be revealed.
Yeah.
Like that's the tagline. So yeah, hopefully. Blink and miss it moment in the show we should look out for. Okay, what is everybody like? What's one moment of the show that's like one frame that you love that doesn't stay on? There's so many of those.
The face and the
At the end of Borealis. Oh no, in the Prince.
Or is it Borealis?
Borealis.
Yeah, the end of Borealis, the face in the water. That one's cool.
Oh man. I don't know.
All of the stuff of the throne that Oshan did of the skips.
Oh, the schematics.
Every schematic.
The
is
schematic
I
of the
just,
throne
like,
are crazy.
I don't know. I mean, there's some stuff in like the beginning of the Prince that like flip sequence.
Yeah.
Because we actually filmed stuff. With
Yeah,
that.
we had to get.
That's true.
We
We
had
filmed it and like literally used it for like 2 frames.
Yeah, we had to set up a full thing with lighting,
Yeah,
green
yeah.
screen, get an actress in costume and everything,
Yeah.
just to get that one shot for story purposes, because that we needed to have that shot and it's on screen for literally a
Like
third of.
2 frames.
Yeah,
2
so
or 3
which
frames.
makes it like 1/15th of a second.
Yeah.
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 worth
She
it.
gave me this power during Destination. Yeah, I know. I love that you guys know like things are on screen for like 1 frame and you remember it. You inspired me to become a producer myself. I'm glad. That there's this scary ring looking thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's what we're talking about at the start of the Prince. Is there gonna be some
That's where
new
we got
cool
the
merch
reference.
at GFF? Yes, actually, the last Good Faith Forever run, I didn't have as much time to prepare merch for it, so we had a couple of items, but this time I spent a lot more time and I dedicated like time to make it a really cool merch selection. So there's a new button-up shirt that's I think is the coolest piece of merch we've ever made, and then there's like this new poster and everything. So hopefully everything arrives in time. But yeah, like there's new merch, and I think it's the best like merch selection we've had. So I'm pumped for that. How do you process vocals during the show? I mean, it's a lot of effects. We're trying to recreate what we're using, what I'm using in the studio. But my studio vocal chain takes a whole computer's worth of CPU, and it's like a 200 millisecond latency. So there's no way to use it live. So we have to reinvent a real-time vocal chain that sounds like it. It's an interesting challenge every time. Good Faith Live got me into making live show visuals. Oh, great, cool. Since you're all there, thank you so much. Thank you. Any problem you had on your shows? Yeah, there's always a lot of issues. But Good Faith 2 Adventure vinyl when that's March now. The vinyls are coming. They're just on a ship right now. So yeah. Do you think you'll tour with Porter again? No, it was a one-time thing. Shelter, good memory. Much exclusive to the tour. Yeah, probably exclusive to the tour. We'll see. I'm thrilled to see the Faces of Brilliant Mind that kind of already vanished, but it sounded nice. Yeah, talking about faces, Shin, can you show us your profile? Yeah, we actually, so Shin is actually the face from the show in Neo Finale, when I kneel down to the face, that's Shin's face. Originally it was going to be my face, and so I recorded myself in front of a green screen with an iPhone to try to use my profile, but then like my profile was too identifiable, like you could tell it was me, and it was kind of weird. I was kneeling down to myself, so we ended up reshooting it with Shin.
And that baby face too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tested all of our silhouettes.
Yeah, I actually went to the like at camp. I was like, okay, everybody just like face this direction, and I went through everybody and like picked what I think would work best for the video.
It was funny though, because you had like a mock-up of the idea, and yeah, for some reason my face was really close to the shape of the actual mock-up. So
yeah. And the mock-up, I just like Googled some like face to be able to to show you guys the idea.
Am I wrong, or were you like, that kind of looks like me?
Well, after I was like, oh shit, because it was just kind of weird. It's like,
somebody's asking what our favorite A effect is other than Colorama.
Oh.
Somebody asked us our favorite After Effects.
Oh god, I mean,
it's
easy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Colorama, but apart from that,
Strobe.
yeah, strobe. Although we don't do strobes like that anymore. We have a new technique to do strobe other than the strobe effect.
Yeah.
We have Shin strobing, but we can. This is like we can't reveal. We have a lot of secret techniques.
I feel like for us, the one thing that's like interesting is never one thing.
I love
It's a
warping.
combination of
I love
Mhm.
warping and ripping the colors of things. So anything that lets you do that is one
Yeah,
of my favorite.
and there's
I
a
love
bunch
it.
of tools. Yeah, we have so many ways to achieve the same thing. Somebody asked, "Are you and Porter still talking?" Of course. In fact, the new song that I was talking about earlier is a song that I made a while back, and he actually like called me out of the blue and said, look, I've been like thinking about that demo again and you need to like finish it. And he forced me to finish that song and I did, and so now it's in the show. So you can credit him for that, you know. He sometimes I feel like he knows my demos better than myself, and he's always right about it. He picked the final version of Miracle. He knows what's up. Yeah, some people have interesting theories. Shout out, will the new song... I mean,
Shout out Sapphire.
there's a lot of
Did
questions.
someone say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Most difficult visual to do is definitely, I think, the throne
The
sequence.
throne was,
Yeah, that was pretty
That
wild.
was, I think that took entire camp from start to finish. And we started working on it on the first day,
Yeah.
and it
That's
rendered
true.
the day before the premiere, you know, so...
Yeah,
couldn't be longer.
It went past camp.
Yeah, it went. Will you professionally film the live show to sell as a movie or documentary? Who's to say? I love that you two share music with each other all the time. Yeah, it is cute. Oh, Hugo, wish you the best with the next one of these shows. It's gonna be fun. Thank you so much for the well wishes. Will the throne be in the live sets? Yeah, the visual we're talking about, the throne, is part of the visuals for the Prince, and so this is still in the show for this upcoming Good Faith Forever tour. I think the whole Prince sequence of the show, which we added last time, is one of the strongest moments of the show. So I think I'm gonna perform it every time I do the show. Have visuals ever been made before songs? Sometimes, kind of. Like sometimes there's like some clips that inspire things.
The
Yeah.
NFTs, did it sort of at the same time. That's
Yeah, it was
different
kind of
project.
yeah, it was
Oh,
kind of
wow.
simultaneous for sure. Good Faith Live documentary when Ghost Dad is here. What's up, Ghost Dad? We love Ghost Dad
Hey,
so
what's
much.
up, Ghost Dad?
And what was the first visual that was made? Well, so before I met these guys, I wrote the document, like the brief for the live show, and so I did some like mock-ups of what I wanted some of the looks to be, and a bunch of those mock-ups like ended up in the show, and I think there's one which is I'm back. Sorry guys, it was my time limit on social media, so hopefully it still works. To answer, yeah, I think the earliest visual that made into the show was the blue fan that ended up in La Lune. Some of the choir looks, like the Dream choir and stuff like that, was in the document, and the outline box from Euron
Yeah.
was in there too, and yeah, so I think that those would be the earliest. Y'all are great, thank you. And then people asking about Europe shows, which I would love to do, but I can't guarantee yet. But I really want to bring Good Faith Forever everywhere, ideally. So yeah. Can we get a Madeon light stick too, like the BTS concert you went to? That'd be great, but I don't feel like
You can actually animate like
I don't think we're at that level. Like I think that would be the dream. I would love like that would be if we could like do visuals to the sticks
Yeah.
in a crowd. Oh my god,
Pixel map sticks.
it looked so good at the show. It looked incredible.
That's
Are you stoked for Billy Up in Aspen? I am. It's like a much smaller venue, so it's gonna be very intimate. And some of my favorite shows last time were at Belly Up. But I think I'm super pumped about Chicago. I think that's gonna be a really good show. I'm very pumped about Seattle because that's one of historically the cities that has always been a highlight. Toronto, like every stop on this tour is like cities that I care a lot about. So, and if you wanna know the dates, you go to goodfaith.live. So that's the advertisement moment. Thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus? I have not played it because I'm busy making the show. So once the tour actually starts, I'll get to play it. Because the hard part for me of putting together the show is actually before the tour, like when we do rehearsals and when we do visuals and audio. But once the show is finished and we're actually on tour, I only have to work like an hour a day, like performing the show. So the rest of the day I'm in the bus and I can play games. So I'm gonna play the new Pokemon game then, rather than now, because otherwise we're not gonna get the show finished. So. Good Faith Infinity War was well made. Yeah, love the widescreen version of Dream Eaters. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool to like repurpose the show a little bit. It looked really good. How do you feel about ending the upcoming Good Faith Forever tour at the same venues that we ended Shelter? I hadn't thought of that, but you're right. It is the same venue that we ended Shelter Live. And that was an insane show, so hopefully it's going to be a similarly magical memory. It's WAMU in Seattle. And what's special about that venue is that Daft Punk played it during their Alive 2007 show. And so it blows my mind to play the same venue as Daft Punk. It just kind of gives me chill to be like backstage and think they were there. I sound like a creepily obsessed fan.
You are.
Yeah, I know, but
It
tracks.
Will there be a new outfit or the same one? We're working on new little updates actually. That's why I was late to this, because I was with Drew, who's the costume designer, working on like little tweaks and stuff. So will Coachella be a different show than the usual Good Faith Forever? So Coachella will be a Good Faith Forever show, but it'll be just a whole different scale of it. You'll see.
Good Faith Apocalypse.
Good Faith Apocalypse. I'm down.
Hell yeah.
Will you be doing more show? Yeah. I think we should go back to work soonish, because I said we were gonna do 15 minutes and we're already at like 25. So let's maybe do. Somebody's asking what our favorite song is from the show.
Heavy with Hoping is mine.
Yeah.
And Be Fine.
Interesting.
I like Miracle.
Pretty Heavy with Hoping's up there for me.
I have Stockholm syndrome with Miracle though, from the clouds.
Yeah. You're on.
A piano moment before
do,
going
do,
into
do,
like
do,
all
do.
the acid techno stuff.
That song's really good.
It's
the
really
visuals
fun.
for that are insane.
It's really fun to play You're On too for me, because it's one of the most like. It's really.
What's your favorite song though?
My favorite song. I'm not sure. I can kind of change my mind, but my favorite to perform right now is The Prince for sure, because I get to I show up with the cape. It's fun to sing, and there's this whole thing, and the clone segment, and then kneeling. Like in terms of theatrics,
I
Yeah.
totally forgot about The Prince somehow. That is also my favorite.
It's I think it's like it's I always, when I'm doing the show, I think about I can't wait to get to The Prince, because it's so fun to perform. It's so fun to be on stage for it, and I play with a mic stand, and like it's like I'm dancing with it. It's really fun.
Blue.
The Prince is everything. Yeah. Will Home make an appearance? That is a really good suggestion. I mean, Home is Home is a song from my first album that's not in the show. It kind of is in the show. It's slightly inside of Borealis, but it's really hard to hear. Yeah, might be worth exploring. I mean, we don't have a lot of time, but maybe a last minute edition, who knows? And that'll be because of you. How did you do the visuals for Destinations? That's Molly. Mysterious.
I got nervous. I'm nervous. I'm so
It's okay.
sorry.
I'll take over for
Okay.
you. So Destination was interesting because Molly started making visuals for it, and we pushed a certain direction for it for a long time, and it was cool visuals. It would have been cool for pretty much any other show, but it just didn't make sense for Good Faith Live. Good Faith Live, Good Faith Forever, they have a very distinct set of rules that I'm not going to reveal because they're secret, but we have rules that we apply to everything that helps it make it feel like our show and nobody else's, It's not just a collection of random cool visuals, it's very specific rules. One famous rule is that we never use red. There's never red in the show. There's fuchsia, but it's pinkish. It's never actual red. So we have things like that. And so Molly did awesome visuals, but we all felt like we're slightly not the vibe of the show. And then at the very last minute, Molly is the hardest working woman that I know. It's crazy. You work so relentlessly until it's right. And that was so, plus insanely talented. Sometimes you just get it insanely right away, and sometimes it's a longer process, but you'll never stop until it's there. You know what I mean?
100%.
And so Destination, you had this idea for this look.
I knew she was gonna cry.
you had this idea for this look, and you sent some screenshot, and we all flipped, and it was and then it's the entire visuals for the song were remade. Remotely at rehearsals, basically.
Yeah. Well, I think when I was thinking about it, the way that I approaching that was sort of because after the first one didn't work, you're start with nothing and try just starting with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was using one plugin, which if you do a little research, it's
secret.
Yeah. But that's not the only one, and it's, if anything, maybe one of the more minor ones involved in the actual look of Destination, because it was really important for that to not be blanketed under that plugin. It needed to be infinitely scalable. So it was sort of finding that trick to create a world where it had its own look, and it wasn't sort of confined to that space. I think.
Yeah. It's really tricky. It's really and we know when it's right too, which is I think the most important skill is not necessarily knowing how to do stuff. It's knowing what to pick and when it's finished. And sometimes anyway. All right. So I guess we should get back to work. So, but yeah, this has been the Madeon and the video architects, and then the five of us. We're the pretty much, I think like the entirety of the video team. So thanks for tuning in and hanging out. Go see Good Faith Forever in a city near you. Go to goodfaith.live for information, and I'll see you on the road next month. And now we're gonna go back to finishing the show. So thank you so much for coming, guys. Appreciate it. And letting us nerd out about video. Clearly we care a lot, and we're very touched that some of you also care. So bye bye, see ya.